Guys, we're back. It's Kate the Angel Medium. If you're new here, I'm Kate, obviously. I channel Archangel Michael and all the angels of the highest Christed light. And I have a pretty significant, not that any message from Archangel Michael is not significant, message today. Because I really struggled, and I have been almost struggling a lot, to be honest with you, with the energy pre lunar eclipse, which is on September 7th. And so we start to feel this energy shifting. And the this particular lunar eclipse is all about your foundation, and all of the things that are no longer working are being removed from your life whether you want to or not. It's about really stepping into the version of self that you've always wanted to be, kicking and screaming if necessary, and understanding that you have everything that you need to create the life you've always dreamed of, and that you're not alone. I think what's really truly important here, more than anything else, is for you to understand that the very beginning is to truly lean into the energy that you can and you will. We are predispositioned from a very early age to constantly be talking ourselves out of things. You can call it imposter syndrome, you can call it self doubt, disbelief. Bottom line is that many of us just don't have the right mindset to go where we want to go or go in the direction that we want to go. And the very beginning is always I can and I will. And not just I can and I will, but it's safe for me to be ambitious. It's safe for me to move forward. And that it is my birthright to be abundant. And that my life is abundant. When we start to really kind of take a step back and move from a place of gratitude, everything changes. Everything changes. Because how many of you, and I'm sure a lot of you do, but there's still a lot of you that are newer to this journey and are learning, start your day with the intention of gratitude. Just hopping out of bed and a quick, thank you, God. Thank you, angels, for another day. Because it's pretty miraculous, isn't it? That every single day we get a fresh start. Every single day we get a fresh start, a new opportunity every single day. And I also remember what it was like to be in environments where I felt hopeless and I felt powerless when I was married to my ex husband or when I was with my child's father, my son. They were very abusive and I felt powerless. I felt like a victim to my circumstances. And I am by no means wanting anyone in a terrible position to sit here like this is all your fault, that you did anything wrong. But I will tell you that you do have the opportunity to change things. It took me a long time to get out. I had to plan. I didn't get to just pack my bags that night and leave. Financially, I couldn't. Physically, I couldn't. I just couldn't. It took time. Things had to fall into place. But I got to this mindset that I can and I will. Because in my mind, I had no other choice. But we're not going to get there this time. We're not going to hit rock bottom. We're not going to force us into a position of I can and I will out of survival, because that's what's going on. So many people are working from this place of survival. It's why, as an empath or an earth angel, you are almost obsessed with always having to save everyone. Yeah, we're going there. It's because as a child, you didn't feel safe. And so you're already programmed to be hyper vigilant in this survival mode, to look for the threats. And sometimes it's a person and you want to help them because you see the good in them or the potential in them. And because you grew up in an environment where it was normal to abandon yourself in order to save the other person, because you believed if you saved the other person, you would create safety, you would create love for you. But it's not that they love you, it's that they need you. And there's a big difference between needing and loving. And so, as we move into this new season of fall, We are purging, we are removing. And unfortunately, many of us are seeing sides of people that we knew intuitively were there, but we might have avoided it because we wanted to save them. We wanted to be, their light in the darkness. But we cannot save people that do not want to be saved as much as we want to. And you have to remember that a lot of the times those people are in that environment or in that space because they want to be. They are a product of their choices. Just like you and I, we are a product of our choices. So what do you choose? That's the question. And so today I ask you to do something for you. I ask you to change. Yeah. No more looking outside of yourself for the love that you need. Because that is where we run into trouble. Because we think if we save them, they will love us. Because maybe you grew up in a house where your parents were addicts or violent or emotionally unavailable. And so you learned at a very young age that if maybe you could save them, that maybe finally you would be enough. But maybe the only person you need to save is you. And maybe you don't even really need saving. Maybe what you really need is just to give yourself all of that energy that you have been so readily giving everyone else. All that advice you give to you and you listen. All of that time and energy that you take to help them grow their business. Why don't you build yours? All the time that you give them the perfect hug. Why don't you give yourself a hug? Or all the time and energy that you spend to make the perfect meal because you're just hoping for when they come home from work that they'll just want to spend more time with you because the house is spotless and dinner is on the table and the kids' homework is all done, and you're hoping that they'll come in and pat you on the head like you're a puppy dog and you did a good job. But what if instead you cooked your favorite meal? What if instead you made sure the house was clean and exactly the way you wanted it because it made you feel good, not because you were worried about what they may say when they come home from work, because you're proud of it? What if all of the love that you kept pouring into everyone else, you finally poured into you? All those times you packed the perfect lunch and meal planned the perfect food for the week. What if you did that for you? What if every single time you made sure all the laundry was done and you put everybody's stuff away, you actually put your stuff away first? What if you stopped being the afterthought and you started becoming the priority? See, when we finally choose us, which so many of you are finally doing, and I'm so happy that you are, when we finally choose us, we will go through a very uncomfortable adjustment period where we see people for who they are and we see whether or not they are about us or not. And that does not mean you lower your standards. Never lower your standards because you are deserving of those standards. Because here's the thing, you know how you love, not just as a partner, but as a friend, as a coworker. You know what you're capable of. You know the genuineness and the sincerity that you have to give people. And you deserve that too. So when people cannot meet you at your level, unfortunately, they are not meant to be in your circle, whether you like it or not. And your angels and God will absolutely do everything in their power to make sure that they are no longer in your circle. It is up to you to let go. It is up to you to let go. That's faith. That's faith in God. That's faith in your angels. That's faith. Because they will see things that we do not see. They will hear things that we will not hear. But we trust. We are obedient to them because they love us unconditionally. And they always, always make us their priority. And it is such a great lesson to watch how they move so that you can learn from them how to make yourself a priority. See, I did not grow up in a home where my mother and father actively loved themselves. So here I am now, 43, actively loving myself. But I broke the generational curse because now my children are growing up in a home where their parents actively love themselves. So for them, that's normal. It is normal for my children to love themselves. It is normal for my children to accept themselves because that's all they know. So I implore you today, moving forward, I can and I will. You are your number one priority. We are moving into crazy energy. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Eclipse season is a portal for opportunity. But with new beginnings also comes endings. So it can be a little bittersweet, but there's a lot of opportunity there for us as well. So I love you guys. It's Monday. It's September 1st when I record this. And today is a new beginning. Today is the first very new day of the rest of your life. So how are you going to start it? I am also going to be changing content here a little bit. I will still be doing the channeled messages, but I want to share with you my journey is how I became this version of myself, because I think so many of you just want the tools to become your favorite version of yourself, to love yourself, to maybe become incredibly psychic or have an incredibly beautiful relationship with your angels. And I want to start sharing that with you all because I think it's really cool. I know it was really cool. I had a pretty amazing journey and I continue to. And I want all of that for you as well. And I'm going to just be really transparent with you guys and share that with you. So I will see you tomorrow. Just remember, you are an incredibly powerful Earth Angel Baddie. Never forget that. And you are absolutely worthy of abundance and love and boundaries. And I'll tell you my little secret sauce. Boundaries have really reconnected myself with me because it has allowed me to have this energetic, physical, spiritual barrier where I keep out all of those who don't have good intentions, which allows me to really see myself and love myself and appreciate myself without people that don't have my good intentions telling me otherwise. So, say one nice thing to yourself today. You'll thank me later, and I will see you tomorrow. Also, Sacred and Savage is probably my favorite course I've created because as a narcissistic survivor, narcissistic abuse survivor, Archangel Michael saved me, and I put this course together to help you all as well with the help of Archangel Michael. I'm really proud of it. I have other courses in there that I'm really proud of it. I just feel really drawn. I feel like collectively so many people are walking away from narcissists right now, are diving in finally and doing the shadow work with narcissistic abuse, or having old wounds come up about narcissistic abuse. This course I created a while ago, but I just feel so drawn to share with all of you now because I think it's really pivotal for so many of you in your journey right now. It's not a small course. It's like 3 or 4 modules, but it's only $44 because I want you to take this. Archangel Michael wants you to take this. I could have easily sold this for $444, if not more, but that's not what I wanted. I've sold hundreds of these. I've People love it. I can't talk. I'm just really proud of it. It's not even me. I literally just channeled it from Archangel Michael. I can't even take the credit. I think that's why I'm so obsessed with it because I think it's pure gold. And it's not just a course on healing. There's activations, there's prayers. It's So cool. Okay, I love you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.